house, as soon as I walked in, I just loved it immediately. What the hell? But I know this is not normal.
What the hell? Am I dying?
It begins to feel like you're a hostage in your own house.
Tom!
Rapes, murders, shootings. I know what's here. They don't.
Please, someone help me!
There's a terrible evil here. It wants to cause pain.
Nobody understands what it's like.
Chasing me! Help me, please!
Speeding all around? All right, let's slate it up.
All right, Deanna interview in the living room, take one.
So, Deanna, why are you telling this story?
I want to make sure that I tell my story. I want people to understand that we're going through an unusual haunting and that this is real. And this does happen to people, and it's very serious. And it's an awful feeling being caged into your house with these things happening in your home.
We're gonna need some more furniture to fill this room.
Can't afford it. Down payment on this place ate up every last penny we have. Had. So where do you think we should put Gary?
Release it back into the wild?
It's probably a little late for that. How about over the mantle?
No.
My office?
As long as it's out of my sight.
This house, as soon as I walked in, I just loved it immediately. It reminded me of a childhood home that I grew up in Kentucky when I was a little girl. Actually, to the point where it had the same tile, the same smells. So I fell in love with it immediately. The outside of the house had no landscaping. It was all tore up. So I took my rake and I go outside. It's like 65 degrees. I'm raking the lawn. And then all of a sudden,
how are you today?
I hear this woman.
I'm good. How are you? I'm Deanna. My husband Tom and I just bought this house.
I know. Do you know what happened in your basement?
No, what?
Good luck to ya.
What happened?
I look up, and she's gone. There's nobody there. That was the beginning of everything.
She's like, stay out of the basement. So creepy.
Seriously?
Yeah. Do you smell that? What is that?
Smells like a rotting animal or something.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
It's gotta be coming from outside.
The quality of the smell was very, very heavy, and it was a lingering smell.
I'm gonna go check it out.
It could definitely make you sick to the stomach. And I thought that was strange.
Come here.
Tom?
Come here.
Not funny, Tom. Tom? What are you doing? Tom?
Mystery solved. What?
What did you find?
We got an animal living under the house in the crawl space. Possum or raccoon or something. Explains the smell.
It doesn't smell now.
It'll come and go. I'll board it up so they can't get down there anymore.
That doesn't make sense. The smell wouldn't just go away.
What do you want me to do, Dee? I'm gonna go get a beer. It's okay.
I shared with him what had happened. Well, he kind of looked at me like, Deanna.
So you think I'm crazy?
I don't think you're crazy.
Good.
I believe you think you saw something. I mean, you know how these things work. I don't need to explain to you how light and reflections and shadows and all that work, do I?
This is something I've never experienced in my entire life. But I know this is not normal.
No, Tom, it wasn't that. I think I saw...
What?
I think I saw a ghost.
Okay. We've gotten to the part of the conversation where I walk away.
Oh, you're good at that.
Do you know what happened in your basement?
No, what?
Good luck to ya.
Tom?
Come here.
mean, you know how these things work. I don't need to explain to you how light and reflections and shadows and all that work, do I?
No, Tom, it wasn't that. I think I saw.
What?
I think I saw a ghost.
Okay. We've gotten to the part of the conversation where I walk away.
Oh, you're good at that.
We used to be able to talk about anything. We always had that openness because we knew we weren't going to attack each other. Now we're attacking each other.
Deanna had gone out, and I was doing some work in the basement, just trying to figure out where the smells were coming from.
Pipes are fine. Furnace is fine. Sewer's fine. The hell smells? Time to kiss the makeup. D? Car's gone.
I heard the sounds, but I could not explain where the sounds were coming from, and there was no logical explanation because I was the only one home. When Deanna told me about the things that she had seen, I did have concerns for my wife about her sanity, but I know she wouldn't just be making things up. So I tried to put a logical explanation to it and honestly couldn't come up with anything.
Tom, what do you want from me?
Anything. Something that makes sense. That reminds me you're still here on planet Earth with me.
Tom, I need you to believe me. Can you stop playing psychiatrist? It can just be my husband for a minute.
Most people in a marriage, the reason why their relationship suffers is financial, a loss of a job, children, numerous reasons that can put a burden on a marriage. But a house, a haunted house?
I'm sorry, but you're scaring me.
It was pulling us apart. And that's pretty scary.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Tom, what do you want from me?
Anything. Something that makes sense. That reminds me you're still here on planet Earth with me. What the hell?
What the hell?
Deanna.
At that point, I didn't know what to think because I knew I heard it, but I couldn't find anything that was producing the voices. I'm practical and want to say no, there's always an explanation, but there's becoming more and more impractical things happen that I can't explain.
So you're just gonna sleep down here now?
I can't sleep up there anymore. I don't even want to be up there.
Why? What happened? Jeez, Deanna. What happened?
Something scratched me. I hate this house.
God. Deanna, I'm sorry. This isn't how this was all supposed to happen.
I know. Will you sleep down here with me, please?
Yeah, of course. So what do you think?
I think that this is a great place for a picnic. A perfect place. Tom, what's wrong? Tom. 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 What's wrong? Tom. Am I dying?
After I shared my experiences with Deanna, and then she shared that she had had some dreams of running through cemeteries, which I thought that was peculiar, that you would be dreaming about the same thing I dreamed of. It kind of overwhelmed me because it really got me wondering, well, maybe there is something to the things Deanna's describing.
Did you feel anything?
I was in bed with you the whole time. Tom, I want to move.
We're already upside down on a mortgage.
We've only been here a year. How is that possible?
Moved in at the exact worst time, Dee. You just gotta come up. What the hell? Jeez, Deanna, what happened? So what do you think?
I think that this is a great place for a picnic.
We're already upside down on a mortgage. Moved in at the exact worst time, Dee. You just gotta come up. What the hell? I should have believed you.
Is that an I'm sorry?
I don't know what the hell is going on. None of this makes sense in the world that I've been living my whole life. But there.
To this day, I have no idea what it was, where it came from, but I actually saw it with my own eyes and dissipated into the ceiling and never came back. That was kind of a turning point for me. I still want to be skeptical and try to explain things, but at this point, I was beyond that.
Please, it's okay, come here. It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
The fear I had was more fear of the unknown, because I don't know what I'm up against.
It's okay.
As a man, that makes you feel helpless. You're supposed to be able to take care of your family, protect your wife, and it's tough to protect against something you can't even see or know how to fight.
Hanover, Pennsylvania's community is small town. Everybody knows everybody's cousin or uncle. The wind caught around about our haunting and everything like that, so the news crew had called and they asked if they can come out to do a news story.
It just looks so normal.
We wish it was normal.
Well, plenty of people have heard about it, so thank you. This is gonna be a great Halloween segment for us. A house that's supposedly haunted.
And what was your reaction when they asked? Were you looking for publicity or anything?
No. For years, we just wanted help.
Let's get started.
All right, copy that.
And maybe we can get some help from them.
So you're having people come here and report on this and stuff is actually your effort at getting rid of it almost, because maybe someone will see this and give you a solution? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And I regret that decision ever since.
All right, no movement, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Just be yourself, okay?
Okay, do I look at the camera at you?
A little of both, okay? We're good.
We don't really come in here that much anymore.
Right, after you were actually attacked by a ghost.
Yes, the first time, but it's not just a ghost, it's something else.
Okay, what is it?
Well, we've had so many experiences up here. Orbs of light tend to appear that we can't explain. Sometimes you can get it on video.
And what do these orbs look like? Where do they come from?
Well, they're little balls of light, actually. Right over there tends to be a hot spot.
None of this makes sense in the world that I've been living my whole life. There.
And what do these orbs look like? Where do they come from?
Well, they're little balls of light, actually. Right over there tends to be a hot spot.
What? Nick, pick up that camera right now and start filming. Nick, what was that? What happened? What did you see? You got nothing.
This doesn't make any sense because it did record. It just didn't record anything. I don't know.
What did she look like? The woman you saw?
I don't know. Her eyes were like black and she looked like a zombie or something. Katie?
Let's go.
What happened?
Something hit me. Hard. Let's go now.
I want people who ask to come into my home to come in, but I'm torn because I don't want them to get hurt. Because I know what's here. They don't. And that's what's happened to them. It got to the point where we know our home is haunted.
Anne?
But why?
Thank you so much for coming. I'm Deanna. This is my husband, Tom.
So you felt that it was time to communicate with these spirits and that a medium would help you do that?
Yes, so I called a spiritual medium here so we can connect directly with them to find out, why are they haunting us? Why are they here?
There's a very strong presence here.
Maybe she can tell us.
In this room?
No.
What we need to know.
Not just this room.
To stop it.
Whatever is in this house, it wants you to know it's here. I feel a feminine presence.
I saw a woman.
She was just telling us everything, and she was hitting it dead on. And I hadn't shared anything with her.
Did something attack you upstairs?
I haven't been up there since.
Come on. I'm right here. You okay?
Something doesn't want me going up there. There's a terrible evil here. It's very strong and full of hate. So much hate towards women.
What does it want?
It wants to cause pain. I think I've seen enough. I have never felt anything like the presence in your home. There are at least 5 different spirits here.
Thank God.
Some of them are women. They're not dangerous. I think they want to protect you.
From what?
From the other presence. He did something to the women here. And Deanna, I believe it wants to hurt you. Maybe even kill you.
What the hell?
What the hell? Deanna.
I believe it wants to hurt you. Maybe even kill you.
So what do we do?
You leave.
What?
You need to get out of this house.
All of our money is in this home. Everything we own.
It begins to feel like you're a hostage in your own house, not being able to financially get out and move to someplace else. And I've seriously considered selling, but we can't afford to just walk away, and who's going to buy a haunted house?
I'm not comfortable staying here any longer.
Anne, I just have one last question. Did you see anything about a graveyard? Both of us have had.
Seen it in your sleep state? Yes. His body is buried there. It's a real place, not too far from here at all. Maybe he wants you to go there. I'm not really sure.
What are we doing here?
I don't know, this was your idea.
Is this the one?
That's the one.
Oh my God. Oh, Tom. How is this possible?
How's any of this possible? Let's get out of here.
I've been tracing the history of Hanover since I moved to the area. There's a lot of interesting stuff around here.
I contacted a historian because I needed concrete proof of what hell has taken place, either in this house or on this property.
This whole area was settled in the 1700s when it was granted to a landowner named John Diggs. It used to be known as Diggs' Choice. Now, there's plenty written about John. He was a ruthless man, but his son Dudley was even worse. Supposedly, he'd do just about anything to keep settlers from his land, even kill. I found an old drawing of him in the town archive.
That's him.
Apparently, Dudley hurt and killed a lot of people, especially women.
The historian found out about this house and the land that there's always been catastrophic events.
He finally got himself killed when he tried to bully the wrong family off the land.
Rapes, murders.
In 1830, the body of a young woman was found here, right on your property.
Shootings.
Then in 1880, a woman named Lydia Small moved her family to Diggs' Choice. By 1890, she lost 5 of her children and her husband, all to freak accidents, all on the property.
Children dying.
8 people died on her property.
Well, more than that, a boy was murdered in your actual house in the early 60s.
Do you know what happened in your basement?
No, what?
There was a lot of history about one thing after another.
Yeah, this property. I guess if you really think about it, it's almost like it's cursed or something.
How do you feel today when you're talking about this? How do you feel in your heart about the house?
I got a house of hell. I got a lonely life. I got something I don't want to come home to. Nobody understands what it's like to not be able to have your family, to be able to have that picnic, to be able to have those Christmases, to worry about coming in here and what's going to happen. It's not a home. It's just a house.
Steve, let's go to bed. Sleep down here if you want.
I'd been been feeling off ever since we moved in.
Steve!
I could feel the hands on my back. I had no explanation for it.
The missing body parts, the bloody man we saw. We didn't want to go back inside that night.
I was in severe pain.
Wake up, Mariana! Wake up! Wake up!
Felt like my insides were getting ripped out.
Get me out of here!
I knew nothing would be the same after that. Hey, easy, easy. Live here too, remember? Hey, do you mind if I close the window? It's kind of cold in here.
I like it open.
Fine, then you gotta keep me warm. I met Mariana in a coffee shop 2 months earlier. She was the one who asked me for my number, and to be honest, she'd been in the driver's seat ever since then.
Do you remember what I told you?
Hey, you have really bad nightmares?
But hopefully not with you.
We went from being complete strangers to being pretty much inseparable. Except there was one weird thing. She wouldn't let me sleep over, and she wouldn't sleep at my place either. The first night we ever slept in the same bed was that first night in our new rental across from the church. Hey. Hey, Mariana. It's okay. I'm here. It's okay, Mariana.
Please, please, please.
Mariana, I'm here.
Mariana, wake up! Mariana, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
I'm sorry. I didn't think it would happen here with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey. What were you dreaming?
I don't remember.
She was obviously lying, and I didn't know why. All I knew was she wasn't exaggerating about those night terrors. It freaked me out, but I tried to let it go. I guess I figured if I asked too many questions, she'd just leave me.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Sorry. The rental listing never mentioned any loud bells.
Yeah, why would they?
You closed the window?
No, it must have slid down on its own. Guess we won't be sleeping in on Sundays.
I don't think it closed on its own.
Must have been the Tooth Fairy.
I'm awake at 7 a.m. on a Sunday. I'll get coffee.
Hi. Hi, I'm Father Riley. I saw the moving trucks here a few days ago, and I wanted to come by and greet the new neighbors.
Oh, yeah, from the church across the street.
Yeah, St. Mary's, that's me.
Yeah, great. Thanks for coming by. My girlfriend, Mariana, she's upstairs taking a shower.
Well, come by anytime.
Okay.
Hey, is everything okay here?
Yeah, I think so.
As I said, come by anytime.
We just moved in and unpacked in a hurry. So I figured one of us set the vase out too close to the edge of the shelf. No big deal. But the way that priest reacted to it, I don't know. It was like there was more to it.
You picked a great neighborhood.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a thing for graveyards, though. Hey, at least the neighbors are quiet.
When we first started dating, things with Mariana were great. She was gorgeous, smart, fun, and pretty much way out of my league. It was her idea to move in together after we'd only been dating for 2 months. That's when she found the house. It seemed too good to be true.
Cool. I think this one says 1870.
The biggest issue was that ever since we moved in together, Mariana seemed really distant.
Want to go meet him? Hey. Hey, come on. What's going on?
I'm just not in the social mood. I'm too tired. Next time.
Her voice, it sounded like it wasn't hers. I figured I heard it wrong and let it go. And, there were more important things for us to talk about.
Do you want to talk?
About what?
We haven't known each other very long. Maybe this move is a little soon. You don't seem very happy.
I want to be here. And I want you here with me. I need you here.
So, everything's the same?
Yeah. I'm sorry if I've been off.
Mariana? Babe? Mariana, what are you doing? Mariana? What's going on?
Do you remember what I told you?
That you have really bad nightmares?
But hopefully not with you.
I
Mariana, wake up! Mariana, wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Mariana, what are you doing? Mariana? What's going on?
I was pushed from behind. I could feel the hands on my back. I had no explanation for it. Mariana was standing at the bottom of the steps the entire time.
You don't think we should go to the hospital?
I'm sore, but I'll be okay. Why did you scream no before I fell?
I don't know. I think I was half asleep.
What were you doing downstairs?
I don't remember.
Do you sleepwalk sometimes?
It's happened before. Nothing serious. I just wake up sometimes in another room and I don't know how I got there.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Do I know everything about you?
I woke up when you closed the bedroom window. Why'd you do that?
Take these. You want some more soup?
I'm okay now, thanks. Babe? Your foot. Hey. Hey, you're freaking me out.
This won't work.
What's the last thing you remember?
Grabbing the bowl. How long did it last?
Just a few seconds. What happened?
I don't know.
Look, you know me. You know I don't believe in spirits or angels or any of it. But this has happened a couple times since we moved here. I think I was pushed down those steps. It's got something to do with the church or the graveyard.
Darren, this... What? Darren, what?
There's something wrong with this house.
I was desperate and confused. I spent a few hours that night searching the internet, looking for some kind of answer. I was raised atheist, taught only to believe what I could see. It was actually one of the big things Mariana and I connected on because she was brought up the same way. But everything I came across pointed to something paranormal.
I want to go back inside, please.
Just give me a minute, okay?
And with a graveyard right across the street, maybe whatever was causing it was related to that.
What are we looking for?
Shh, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but look, I think something out here is affecting you, us. If that website's correct, all I need to do is tell the spirit to leave us alone.
Darren, I really...
Whoever you are, we want you to leave us alone. You are not welcome in our house. That was ridiculous. Babe. Hey, come on. What's going on?
Let's go.
Mariana? What's going on?
No!
You are not welcome in our house! That was ridiculous.
Did it happen again?
I was still pretty skeptical about all of this being paranormal, but after everything Mariana had been through, I had to consider all of the possibilities.
It's not like 100% consistent with a haunting. As if any of this stuff could be black and white. Or maybe it's not too late for us to get out of the lease.
It won't help. It's not a ghost, and it's not the graveyard.
How do you know?
Because this has been happening to me for years. It started with dreams when I was a little girl. It would only happen at night. My parents thought they were night terrors, so they put me in counseling. When that didn't help, they put me on medication. It's been with me for 15 years. I thought living next to the church would help. I thought it would help living with you.
She asked her parents to take her to a priest, but they wouldn't do it. She said they were just embarrassed by what she was going through. So as angry as I was with Mariana, I also felt bad for her. I told her I'd stay with her that night, and we could figure out what to do next in the morning.
In the name of... Demon from hell, the Holy Ghost commands you to leave this child of God. Back to the depths of hell through heavens and earth. Command him to leave. Take this child. Exit this child of God.
For 15 years, Mariana had been dealing with a nightmare I can't even imagine. Everything I ever believed in or didn't believe in changed that night. I don't know exactly what I witnessed, but I know whatever it was finally gone. I knew nothing would be the same after that. And I knew I was right from the very beginning. It was too good to be true.
My husband, Steve, and I had been looking at houses on the weekends for 4 years. When we finally found the dream house we wanted, one we could afford, it was a probate sale. The last owner had died with no family. A lot of his stuff was still in the house. The house was old, but had so much potential. We wanted to make it our own, slowly, over time. But I had been feeling off ever since we moved in. Strange pains in my stomach and headaches.
Oh my God.
I'd been out in the hot sun for hours, so I told myself it was my eyes playing tricks on me.
It's probably just heat exhaustion.
I don't know. It's never happened before.
You wanna go see a doctor?
No. I'm sure I'm fine.
Christy was preparing for a big presentation at work. I figured the stress from that and the move probably had a lot to do with what happened.
So what we need to determine is simple. Does the current rate of population growth indicate a future gap in supply and demand, or is there still room for more new It was red. I thought it was blood, but it must have been paint. Maybe a can up in the attic toppled over?
I'm just saying, if a paint can spilled in the attic and it dripped down into this room, there would still be paint on the ceiling. You know what? I'll check it out.
The attic was filled with junk from the last owner. We hadn't had a chance to go through any of it yet. But I definitely didn't see any open paint cans.
See anything?
No. Sorry.
It sounded like a man's voice yelling in my ear. Right in my ear.
Where's the paint? Steve? Steve?
Steve, what happened?
My leg just... I don't know. My leg just...
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm okay. Did you hear anything?
Besides you screaming? Come on.
It was exactly what Christy had described with her fingers earlier that day. I looked down and my leg was just gone.
Steve, let's go to bed. Babe, come on.
Stop.
Okay? Sleep down here if you want.
What?
There was a face. A man's face on the TV.
There are lots of men's faces on the TV. Every time we turn it on.
No. When it was off.
I think we both knew there was something going on that we couldn't explain. But I also think we were too scared to admit it to each other. Maybe, like, if we both said it, it would make it real. The next morning, I went to work and made my presentation. It went great. I felt great. No headaches, no stomach pains, no hallucinations.
Oh my God. Steve! Steve! Steve!
What?
My hands. I honestly, I don't know what's happening. Maybe we should go to the doctor tomorrow.
Okay. I'll take you.
I hadn't had a single hallucination while I was away at work.
You need a drink?
But as soon as I got home,
Thank you.
it started again. It made me wonder if something in the house was making me sick. Steve said we should just relax for the night. Try to get my mind off of everything.
I think I'm gonna go up to bed.
Get away from the window.
It looked like the man I'd seen in the TV screen the night before.
Where is he?
Except now, Steve and I both saw him.
Well, there's no sign of forced entry anywhere. And you said you saw a lot of blood.
Yes.
And there's not any now. Anywhere in the house. Our guy swept with the black light every room. That makes sure that no one cleaned anything up. So, I don't know what you saw. But we did find this.
The cop insinuated that we were drunk and somehow made the whole thing up. Splitting a bottle of wine doesn't make you imagine a bloody man in your house, and we both saw it. We didn't want to go back inside that night, so we went to a cheap hotel. We stayed a couple nights, but I knew we couldn't stay there forever.
It's been 2 nights. We're gonna have to go back sooner or later.
I told you I can't talk about this.
We just bought the house. we sell it now, we'll get killed on commissions. 6%, that's 30 grand we'd lose overnight. Look, we'll get an alarm, we'll keep it locked up. It was probably just some vagrant. Christy.
Steve, the minute we moved into that house, weird things started happening. Like in the attic with your foot. What was that? There's something going on in that house.
Steve knew that I was right, but he wasn't ready to give up on the house. He got his cousin Mitchell to go back with him. I don't think he really even knew what he was looking for.
So what exactly are we looking for again? Some big, shirtless man covered in blood?
I'm telling you, I saw him.
I'm telling you, you imagined it. Christy's all worked up, you're watching a movie, and it's dark, and...
Okay, but what about if just for a
And
second
we scared each
you
other.
could keep an open mind?
I think I'm gonna go up to bed.
So what exactly are we looking for again? Some big, shirtless man covered in blood?
I'm telling you, I saw him.
I'm telling you, you imagined it. Christy's all worked up, you're watching a movie, and it's dark, and...
Okay, but what about if just for a
And we
second
scared each
you
other.
could keep an open mind?
What is it? Bunch of old jazz records. That's all.
So, that's all the boxes.
Yep. Why don't you pop open that trunk?
What is it?
Just books.
There's something weird about those.
2 really old books locked up inside a big trunk. Nothing else. Something seemed off.
This is, I don't know what this is. It's in another language.
This one too. I think it's German.
Cannibale. K-A-N-N-I-B-A-L-E. It's in here all over the place.
Same.
What the hell is this?
Ross. Didn't he study abroad in Germany?
Our friend Ross was a history professor.
Let's go.
We grew up with him, and he was the smartest guy we knew. I grabbed one of the books, and we drove over to his place.
Steve had been gone for over 2 hours. I asked him to call me once they were inside the house. And of course, no phone call.
Steve.
What does it mean?
Well, cannibale means cannibal. This is a confession.
What do you mean?
This guy is confessing to killing a woman and eating her.
Suddenly, it was all starting to make sense. The missing body parts, the bloody man we saw. Maybe the guy who wrote those books, maybe he was the reason we were seeing all those things.
Steve?
can't believe this. You, my friends, have hit the jackpot. This is a skin book. This is not leather. This is human.
Oh my God. Steve! I think I'm gonna go up to bed.
You, my friends, have hit the jackpot. This is a skin book. This is not leather. This is human.
Say that again?
These are really big collector's items, like really old, like from the Victorian era.
What are they?
Well, criminals would write down their crimes, and after they were executed, their confessions were bound in the prisoner's own skin and given to the victims' families.
Gross. How much is it worth?
I mean, honestly, at auction, tens of thousands, easily.
We gotta go.
Steve? Steve, this isn't funny. Steve? Please just say something. Please.
I wanted to run out of there, but I heard a man somewhere inside. And I thought it might be Steve, hurt.
We both found them, so we should be splitting the money, right?
Forget the money. I'm getting the other book and I'm setting them both on fire.
Christy! Christy! What happened?
Get me out of here.
I was in severe pain. It felt like my insides were getting ripped out. It was just the worst pain you could ever imagine.
We found these books in the attic.
I told Christy everything I knew about the books, knowing that she would probably want to move out of the house right away. But she surprised me and started talking about spirits.
They're not attached to the house. They're attached to the books. They're bound with their skin. I mean, we have to get rid of them.
We took the books to the dump on the other side of town and burned them. Mitchell thought we were crazy. He said to just give them to him and he'd sell them. But there was no way I was passing them on to someone else for any amount of money.
We never found out who they belonged to or why they were in our attic. We just couldn't understand why anyone would want to keep something so dark and twisted. And we knew the world was a lot better off without them.
Where's the bottle opener?
Drawer next to the fridge.
The house was more than a mess. It was a disaster.
She said she felt like there was something wrapped around her neck.
Oh, God.
It felt like it was more than just a bad dream.
I had absolutely no explanation for it.
I was starting to wonder if I wasn't imagining things.
What do you want?
There was something going on in that house.
Something to keep the back row awake?
Huh. Gotta do something to let the students know I'm not that different, right?
You're young, we get it. It's okay. I don't mind being old. If you're lucky, it'll happen to you too. How are you and your wife settling in?
Well, I think it's great.
And she?
Still misses Boston. But I like it. It's quiet. I can think. Oh, sorry.
She'll get used to it.
My wife, Helen, and I lived in Boston for about 8 years. I teach history. I'd been taking adjunct faculty positions here and there, until finally, a full-time job opened up at a university, just a few hours outside of the city.
I only smoked when I was stressed, or bored, or pissed off. But to be fair, Steve had warned me on our first date that he wanted to move out of Boston. He said he wanted to be closer to nature. He wanted privacy and a safe place to raise a family. At first, I thought I was seeing headlights from cars, but there was no road through those woods. I was just staring at them, trying to figure out what they were, when they just disappeared. And I didn't give it a second thought.
Do you want to get in the hot tub?
I have like 10 papers to get through. And I have to prepare for a lecture. Are you bored?
Are you kidding?
What about a part-time job, something at the school, maybe?
I left Boston's biggest PR firm.
When you were a secretary. Sorry. I meant executive assistant.
Yeah, I get your stupid point.
Sorry, that was...
Yeah, I'll figure something out. Maybe I can learn how to be a lumberjack.
Sorry. Helen? What happened? Are you okay?
I just felt like I was choking.
On what?
I don't know. What? Oh, God.
All right, what happened?
I don't...
Okay, okay.
I felt like someone was choking me.
She said she felt like there was something wrapped around her neck. And the next thing she knew, she was on the floor with the mirror shattered around her.
So the mirror just came down?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I could definitely see how freaked out she was. But I figured there had to be some sort of logical explanation.
Where were you?
Hardware store. Tomato plants.
Yeah, I see that. And?
Well, you should plant them. You know, fresh tomatoes. Come on, how cool would that be?
Steve, my ancestors are from here. But the family left 100 years ago and moved to the city. You know why? Because the most exciting thing to do was plant tomatoes.
I don't think you're giving it a chance.
We were supposed to rent a place and try it out for a year. That was the original agreement. Now suddenly we've bought this place and you have a 2-year contract.
2 years isn't that long. University jobs are hard to come by. It'll be super quick. It'll be the fastest 2 years you've ever experienced.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay. I'm gonna go inside.
I have relatives on my mom's side who settled in Massachusetts in the 1600s. I think Steve thought that would make me want to live out there, but obviously he was wrong.
You all right?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it was just a bad dream, but for some reason, it felt like it was more than that. I felt bad the way I was acting. I knew Steve took the job to give us a better life, so we could start a family and be happy. But I was miserable living out there in the woods. It looked like human flesh.
Okay, so the guy on the porch just vanished, and the dog or wolf, it leave any footprints or anything?
No, but
The chunk of flesh, yeah. I couldn't find it.
it probably came back and ate it. Whatever left it there in the first place.
Are you sure you saw someone on the porch?
I don't like being here alone all the time.
It's maybe the safest place we've ever lived.
It's lonely. It's too quiet.
Except for the barking dog.
Don't be like that.
I don't know what to do. All I want is for us to be happy. If you're gonna be miserable the whole time, I'll quit tomorrow. Your happiness is more important than the job.
I'm sorry. No, don't quit. It's just gonna take some getting used to.
Why don't you drive back to Boston for the weekend? We still have to get the rest of the stuff in our storage and see your mom and your sister, get the stuff, get out of town for a couple of days.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
The nightmares continued for the rest of the week, but as soon as I got out of town that weekend, they stopped.
I was hoping the trip to Boston would cheer Helen up. Part of me was looking forward to having a few days alone in the house. Just to get some work done, have some time to myself. At that point, I was starting to wonder if maybe Helen wasn't imagining things. I almost picked up the phone to call Helen, tell her what I'd seen. But then I realized that was a really bad idea. I didn't want her to hate the place any more than she already did.
So, everything okay today?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
No reason. Other than that you said you hated being here before.
I know. I'm sorry. Honestly, knowing the city is only a few hours' drive away really makes things better.
Good.
So, hot tub?
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll get the wine.
Where's the bottle opener?
Hold on!
Where's the bottle opener?
Drawer next to the fridge. I saw and felt someone push me under the water. I was attacked.
Okay.
We called the police. They searched the area for hours, but they didn't find anything. That's when I decided to tell Helen about what had happened to me while she was in Boston. And she wanted to speak to someone who knew about the area. I figured it couldn't hurt,
Hey, Professor.
and maybe it would put her mind at ease.
This is my wife, Helen.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Do you have a second?
Personally, I've never experienced anything I couldn't explain away, but we haven't solved all of life's mysteries, have we? Where's your house?
27 Church Street, the frontage road.
That was all farmland before they sold parcels for development. But there were houses out there before that, way before, late 1600s.
Wow.
I think that's when my ancestors used to live here.
I never really put the two together until then. But then I started wondering if maybe all this had to do with the fact that my mom's family was from that area.
There's some dark stuff that's happened out that way.
Like what?
Salem's not the only town in Massachusetts that persecuted witches. A man named Francis Farlow lived right out by where you are.
Who was he?
A judge and an executioner, I guess. He killed at least a dozen women he'd accused of being witches. He hanged some, drowned some, burned a few at the stake. Used to go witch hunting with his dog. Legend has it that it was actually a wolf he domesticated.
What happened to him?
Karma. Some people turned on him and burned his house to the ground, with him locked inside.
I didn't know if what I had seen was the ghost of that man or what. All I knew was that I did see him. And I didn't want to spend another minute in that house. We started packing that night. And we're going back to Boston to stay with my mom until we figured everything out.
Everything okay in there?
Fine.
When we got to the hospital, they said her body temperature was 105 degrees, but they had no idea what was causing it.
I just knew that somehow there was a connection between my family and the man who killed all those people. I could just feel it.
I remember my first thought when I saw the house was that it looked like it had been through a lot. And I could relate to that. I'd hit rock bottom earlier that year. It got ugly, but I survived. The AA meetings helped, but a treatment center helped more. After I got clean, I got an offer from a good friend. She charged me half rent on the house she just inherited. But there were two conditions. I had to stay clean, and I had to clean the place up so she can sell it when she got back into town. My husband and I were separated, but not divorced yet. He was giving me a chance to prove that I could stay sober outside of treatment, away from him and away from our daughter, Alexis. I remember not sleeping at all the first night in the house. The house was more than a mess. It was a disaster. The flask looked old, like it might have been an antique. It was another flask, identical to the one I found inside the basement. I was sure I left that flask on the table when I went outside, but I couldn't find it. And I had absolutely no explanation for it.
Hey, Mom. How's the new place?
Big, dirty, plenty of room
You
if
still
you want.
staying clean?
I'm taking it day by day. So, are you excited about the art show? You know I can't
It
wait
was
to.
last week.
Oh, honey. I'm so sorry.
I know. You can make it up to me this weekend. But I gotta go to bed. See you Friday?
Yes, promise I'll make it up to you.
It sounded like someone was playing the piano, and it was coming from the basement. I hadn't had a drink in over a month. I thought I was past all the withdrawal symptoms, but maybe there was something wrong with me. And I was terrified to tell anyone.
How's business?
I was what they call a blackout drunk. I've woken up in some strange places, seen some horrible things. A lot of them completely imagined. But I was sober that night, and none of it made any sense.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Dana.
I have 33 days.
Good job.
I found an AA meeting at a nearby church. It was supposed to be an important part of my recovery.
I've already had my withdrawals, and now I'm having nightmares. I'm seeing things when I'm awake, too.
I've been there.
You have? Sorry, it's a relief.
Everyone goes through this in their own way, you know?
Yeah, I hope so.
You need someone to talk to, you give me a ring, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'd been trading stories with other alcoholics for years, but I'd never heard anything like what I'd been experiencing. I tried to tell myself Bernice was right, that this was normal.
you.
But I knew this was not normal. I didn't have my phone with me in the room, so I had to make a decision. Right then was when I started to question if maybe this didn't have anything to do with me at all. And if it wasn't the alcohol or the withdrawals, I had to wonder if there was something going on in that house.
Tom, I think it may be best if Alexis stays with you this weekend.
I guess I can't say I'm surprised.
I wasn't sure what was happening in that place.
I know this may not matter to you right now, but your daughter, she was really looking forward to seeing you. You know you are her mother, remember?
And I didn't want my daughter anywhere near it until I figured it out.
I know, it's just that the house is a wreck and I don't even know if I can stay here anymore.
Excuses, right. You're still good at those.
Tom.
I didn't want my husband to think I was drinking again. And I didn't want to disappoint my daughter.
Dana, you need to take some responsibility for yourself and for your daughter.
All right.
So I did something really stupid.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Alex. Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Who's over here?
Hmm?
Someone inside with you?
No.
Oh. Never mind. I thought I saw someone. I'm starving. What do you have to eat? So this place isn't all that bad. I was expecting a real dump.
It's getting better.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It was this really sharp pain, a quick jolt like a stab, and then it was gone. Alex and I stayed up talking until way past midnight. She was growing up so fast, and I'd been missing so much of it. I swore to myself that night I'd never fall off the wagon again. The last thing I remember was hitting my head on the floor and seeing that man from my dream. And when I woke up, the flask he was drinking out of was sitting right next to me.
Alex? Alexis?
By then, I knew there had to be someone, something in that house causing all of this.
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you doing this to me? Answer me!
I didn't have anyone else to talk to.
Hello?
Hi, Bernice? It's Dana from the meeting.
So I took Bernice up on her offer and asked her to come over.
What's the address?
The address? 14035 Pinewood Drive. Hello? Bernice? Are you still there?
I'm here, honey. I'll see you real soon.
I grew up here. I know more about this town than I want to know. This house here was a speakeasy during Prohibition, run by Patty Coogan. He ran this place as a speak and a brothel.
What?
Anyway, he had his girl. He pimped her out, and then would fly off the handle with jealousy over her at the same time. He killed her in a drunken rage one night.
Oh my God.
Stabbed her in the chest.
I dreamt it. I saw him do it.
Then, Bernice told me about how this guy Patty died inside my friend's house.
Well, she got the last laugh. She spiked his flask with rat poison that same day. So while he drank to celebrate being done with her, he was being done in himself.
I was right. It wasn't me. It was this house, or Patty, or his ghost. I don't know. I called my friend and told her I was leaving. I've been clean for 3 years now. Alexis is starting college in the fall, and her dad and I are still together. My friend sold the house. I've never met the new owners, though I'm sure they've seen me checking it out from time to time.
You ready for dinner?
Sometimes I think about knocking on the door and asking if they've experienced anything weird in there. Maybe one day I will. Or maybe not.